My name is Danielle Davis, and I read, write, and roller skate in Los Angeles. Welcome to this writer's life where we peek into process. In this episode, I'm going to describe a writing activity that you can do that's basically writing about an object. Sometimes in stories, there's one object that's sort of carried throughout it that's really important to the main character. It functions as like a touchstone, and sometimes it actually functions as a symbol. So a symbol is just a thing, but it stands for something else, so it has greater meaning and significance. For example, a dove is a bird, which is a thing in a way, but it's also a symbol, and it's a symbol for peace. I'll give you an example from my own life. I have this ring which my friends in high school gave to me. So this is when I lived in Hong Kong, and my friends for my birthday got this ring for me, and they had it engraved, and it was really special. And then a couple of years later, I had to move, and I didn't want to move, and it sort of changed the trajectory of my life, and I was super sad, and I missed them. And so what happened is it became not just a ring, but it became a symbol, right? It had deeper significance, and it symbolized the life that I'd left behind, my old friendships, my past, and sort of what might have been. In the same way, there's a story I'm writing right now where similarly, the main character wears a bracelet. And a lot of things have changed in her life since she got that bracelet, and some difficult things have happened. And so the bracelet has become a symbol of the things that she left behind, and the things that have changed, and the regrets that she has around that, and the way she sort of longs for the past. And so when she wears it, when she touches it, it reminds her of all those things. So that's how a symbol can work. Let me give you an example from a book. Pie in the Sky by Remy Lai is a really wonderful book, and it's a really wonderful example of objects and symbols used in a story. So in this story, rainbow cake is a really important part of it. You can see that there's a piece of rainbow cake here on the back cover. Basically, cake is an object, of course, but in this book, it's also a symbol. So Jing Wen wants to make cakes, and specifically, he wants to make a rainbow cake. And the reason is that that's something he did with his dad when his dad was alive. But his dad has passed away, and so now he's processing that relationship, and he's having a lot of regrets about how it went before and things that he can't change. But what he can do is he can still repair it in the now by making a rainbow cake and sort of reclaiming his relationship with his father in this way. So the rainbow cake is throughout the story, and an especially significant part of the resolution and the end of this story. So now for the activity. There are 3 parts to this actual activity that you can do. The first one is, why don't you pick an object? Maybe use 2 or 3 sentences to describe the object that you've picked. It could be anything. It could be a pen or pencil or shoe, a rock, a pillow, a bottle. It could be a card or a piece of jewelry or a piece of clothing. It could be a scrap of paper or a notebook. The second part of this is to write a new sentence that tells what the significance of that object is. Why is it meaningful to you or to your character? What does it stand for? What does it symbolize? What is its meaning? If a friend gave you a pack of gum, it's not just a pack of gum, right? Maybe it symbolizes your friendship. Maybe the object is a plant, and it symbolizes your independence because you have been charged with keeping this plant healthy. And then the third part, if you want to, is that you can write a scene in which you or your character interacts with this object. Maybe it's the moment of discovering it or being given the object. Maybe it's a more difficult moment when that object is lost or it's threatened in some way. Thank you for spending this time with me here on This Writer's Life. Please subscribe so you can join me for future episodes.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Alcántara. I'm an illustrator. I do picture books and a lot of other projects, but books are definitely my favorite, and I'm a future author. So I'm super happy to be on This Writer's Life, so thanks Danielle for inviting me. But I'm in my studio right now, and here's a couple books I did. So this was my first book. You can see it. So this is called The Field, written by Baptiste Paul. And I love to draw people, so the books I've done so far do have a few animals in them, but mostly I get projects that have a lot of motion, a lot of color, a lot of Caribbean flavor, a lot of music incorporated. And then this book is called Freedom Soup that just came out in December 2019, written by Tammy Charles with Candlewick Press. A beautiful story about a Haitian cultural tradition. And so that's a peek into my work. As for advice, one thing that I like to remind myself as I'm working is that if you do something once, you can do it again. Sometimes I'm working on something, drawing a page, and I'm focusing a lot on one part of it. So maybe it's the face, facial expressions, or hair, or a hand, and you could get one part of it just perfect. And then when you step back, you realize that the whole piece in and of itself isn't working at all. Maybe you've been looking too close at one part of your page, or this can be applied to writing as well. Looking too close and not taking the time to step back and looking at the work as a whole and making sure the whole thing works together. And if it's not working together, not being afraid of just scrapping it and starting over and knowing that the next time you do it, it's going to be even better. And that's why I like to kind of surround myself with past works that I've done to remind myself, I know I can do this. I've done it before. Don't settle for anything that's like less than what you are going to be happy with. But if it's not working, don't force it, and just try again. So I hope you guys can take that advice and make it work for yourselves and your work, and I can't wait to see what you guys create in the future. Thanks so much. Bye.